Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4 with Tver here on the, well, western border of Russia, I guess, ish. And we're going for Relentless Push East. We have to colonize, well, control, own. It's probably called own. Let's see. The eastern Siberian coast to get our achievement. Usually this is done with Muscovy, which makes it easy. The game claims we're almost there, but no, we're not. We're not. All provinces, Eastern Siberia region that have a port must be owned by us. Yes, by 1600, of course. Now, we did get dragged into a war, which might have been a really good war for us, honestly. We got attacked by Muscovy. Managed to keep our ally Denmark in play, who has been a great distraction, a great help sieging down all these Muscovite forts, of which only Nizhny Novgorod remains, and the Permian capital fort here of their subject, which would be some war score, but it's not highly relevant. The question is, of course, and we discussed this a little bit at the end of last episode, what we're going to take out of this war. And yes, counting chickens before they're hatched and all that, we can peace out at any time. It's just that I want more. I always want more. And I've clicked around a bit and looked at this. After reading what you guys had to say in the comments, I revised my early ideas for taking land a bit. I would still be taking Peshkov here because of the adjacency to the Livonian Order, which we might want to expand into. We're taking Rzhev because it's a core of ours. And not only does that make it a lot easier to just use the land, it also reduces or takes away the penalty from not controlling our own core on, I think, Prestige. Apparently we don't get it while we have it occupied. But maybe it's just if you don't declare wars over it. I don't know. But we had a negative modifier here for uncontested cores. And it's, well, I guess it's currently contested, so that makes sense. And yes, so that's why we take Rzhev. Or potentially possibly would. I'm still very tempted to just take Moscow here. Yes, it's 5% extra war score, which you could argue I shouldn't be doing, because their capital will move and then we have to pay 5% extra war score again later. But it's also Moscow, it's huge, it has a center of trade, we're going to reduce their center of trade power here, and that's all going to be quite fine. It's in our trade node fully, and we needed to form Russia. And the earlier we form Russia, the earlier we can get the Siberian frontier ideas, which will, once we have a border to Siberia here, allow us to colonize our way east, rather than having to conquer it all. So that's gonna be sweet. So Moscow, I don't think it's a given that we take it, but I think it's a good idea to take it. And then what else do we have? Well, there's Yurev right next door, which is another center of trade, so I'd like picking that up. And then Vladimir and Ryazan are both provinces that can be used for the formation of Russia, and if I'm not mistaken, if we take them in Moscow, then we have them all. Well, all the ones we need, right? Because there's always options. We own Tver, we won't own Yaroslav, but we don't need to. We will own Novgorod, we'll own Moscow, we'll own Ryazan and Vladimir. We don't need Nizhny or Smolensk. So that seems kind of nice to me, honestly. It's even sort of contiguous, not all that border gory. I like it. We do need a lot more war score for that. Well, some more war score. Some will come from the siege of Nizhny. But yeah, let's hope we can do this without battles. And while the Swedes are maybe losing another fort or something. There is a large Muscovite stack somewhere. And we're not seeing it right now, so it's probably somewhere up here. We have to keep an eye on that. But we do have some Swedes and some Danes around. So maybe we could even fight them. Speaking of fighting, I'm currently paying my army very little. Not nothing, but very little. Because I didn't have any money anymore. Because we gave it all to the Danes. And I'd rather... Well, also we're paying like 1 million ducats for the forts we occupy. We have no subjects to give them to well, make them pay. This is unfortunate. You get over there. We took an attrition tick here, therefore we are below 1,000 people on each of these provinces, so we can't siege either one. We're out of manpower to reinforce. So yeah. The positive side of being out of manpower to reinforce is that we don't have to pay money for reinforcements. Ooh, loan offer from Novgorod. You give me 25 ducats at 7% interest? Frick? No. There's the Russians. There's the rub. Well, I say Russians. You know what I mean, right? Now, there's a fort in Yaroslavl that might be a bit restrictive. But I feel like they can just walk through northern Muscovy. And if they can do that, they can probably just walk through me. Through anywhere. That's how the game's going to work that way. I'll try to keep an eye on those people. Try not to die to them either. The Swedes took that place for me. Why are you here? Go to Murom. Where are you guys going? See, I don't like that trajectory at all. Would really like if the siege of Nizhny happened. Thank you, game. Oh, very kind. Now what we need to do is quickly gather a tiny bit more war score. Maybe. No, we don't. We don't need to. Yes, demands exceed war score, but we have a bunch of bonuses from occupied and besieged and relative strength of alliances and their lack of military strength and all that. And they're happy to give me 100% peace deal. And I think we should just take it. I mean, yes, I'm not taking money, which will make keeping this territory proper rough. But we should have some income once we reduce some of these forts to rubble and don't pay for some others of these forts because we don't control them anymore. We have the dip easily, that's not a problem. We have the admin to core it, also not a problem. Alright, it will cost us a bunch of overextension, but that's just what happens. And this coalition is not scary. Well, not scary enough. So, yeah. Let's just end this charade. What a generous peace offer. Did not give us any power projection because we were not allowed to rival the Muscovites earlier. Oh, personal union. Was this always here? Oh no, we just became of age, right? Yes, we're 16. That's fine. I thought this was alliance breaking, but it's not. So let's assume that this is okay. I'm gonna core all of this, even though we have a slight penalty from war exhaustion, but that's gonna be fine. Although, let's undo this for now. We're gonna get the full amount back. The question is, do we plan to reduce war exhaustion at all? And I'm checking these unrests here, because war exhaustion directly contributes to unrest. We currently get 4.58 national unrest from this 4.57 war exhaustion. Rounding errors aside, it's essentially 1-to-1. And if I plan to spend on the war exhaustion to reduce unrest, I might as well do it now, so we pay slightly less for coring. It's not worth it, 1-to-1, right? We lose how much here? 13% extra from war exhaustion. So that's like, I don't want to do the math here, but it feels like, I don't know, 40-ish admin, and would cost us 150 dip to essentially get rid of war exhaustion. How invested are we in having dip? I don't think it's particularly super necessary for us at this point in time. We could split the difference, right? We could, because war exhaustion does reduce over time at peace. Oh, I should check these out. I haven't done that at all. We could go ahead and reduce once for 75 dip and let the rest tick down naturally. And then save a bit on the admin and save a bit on the unrest. I think I'm going to do it, especially right now since we don't care about absolutism. Yes, do one click of that, and then let's core all the shebang. And then hopefully with my coring, the reduction in war exhaustion, the +1 stability, and my troops, or what's left of them, we will be able to not I have too much issues with rebels. Now, forts. I don't think I want to keep all these forts. I love having forts. I don't love paying for forts, though. This is a woods fort at my borders, which is very tempting. This is a woods fort that's fully overlapping with Novgorod and Kolm here, which makes it pretty useless, I think. I think we can take Lucky and crush it. Do we own this early? I feel like, yeah, we have been owning this for a while. But if we take this off, we don't lose anything, I don't think, in coverage. And we save a whole ducat. So let's destroy this castle. The princess is in another one of those. I'm going to keep these forts up, at least for now. We do have a bunch of devastation here, and we do have those rebels coming up. I don't think we have any devastation up here, so at least we don't need to pay for Muscovy. We do need to pay for Peshkov. Well, but we want to pay for Peshkov to reduce the this devastation. I could probably make an argument for not paying for Muscovy, because the only provinces it matters for is Juryev and Muscovy itself. And Muscovy itself is covered by Tver as a fort, I think. And it does say forts. What happens if I turn you off? Does it immediately update? Probably not. Oh no, it does. It doesn't change at all anymore. Okay. Huh. And now it's back to... I thought we had seen the capital fort do that earlier, but maybe I was mistaken in that early episode. We'll see. What else is going on? We have low crown land. What happened? We did take a bunch of land with high autonomy. That's what happened, I think. I think that's how that works. We could see... Oh, we can summon the Diet again. We definitely should. And then I should also see some land because everybody is over 50%. Yeah. Let's summon the Diet. What do we want? 50% manpower. Recover all manpower. We gain a half-price commander, which is actually quite nice. And some loyalty. We need to build a marketplace in Kashin, which is probably not very attractive. Not knowing what a Kashin is, this place. It is not very attractive. We do get a free production for it, but if it was like a temple, it would be fine. But a marketplace in this place is just not going to do anything, so let's not do that. And this... Ooh. Oh, we got the fourth estate. We got the Cossacks. Maybe that's why our crown land dipped. No. What do they do? I've not played with the Cossacks since they revamped this system. Let's have a quick look. Oops. Let's have a quick look at their privileges. 100 governing capacity I don't super care about. At least not yet. Reduce development costs in all steppe provinces. Nyeh. Cost crown land. Just a nothing. Just a loyalty equilibrium thing. Which I'm happy to give them. What does this do? Cost me crown land. Does not give them loyalty. Gives me increased special unit force limit. Special unit force limit. Huh. And land leader shock. Ooh. Ooh, this one's a good one. Army tradition is great. Land leader shock is awesome. No cost, really. Definitely going to grant that one. And then prime herding rights, manpower. Well, manpower less income from all steps. So Cossack leaders is great, and Cossack self-governance is essentially free. So I have no issue giving them 2 privileges. And that would just give me what? Oh, it also doesn't give me anything. Except for completing an agenda. It does give me 30 loyalty on the Cossacks, but I don't know that that does anything for me. Still though, this is very easy stuff I want to do anyway. And recover at 50% manpower. It's probably going to be harsh. Yeah, we're already 6,000 men in debt. We have a maximum of 15,700, so we need another, what, 1,400 manpower, and we gain 28 each month. So that's more than 100 a month. That's a long time. I'm going to take the proposal of the Cossacks here, and I'm going to immediately give them the things. You can have self-governance, sure. Who cares about absolutism, right? And then Cossack leaders, gimme. We have very low max absolutism now. Everybody should be over 50 loyalty, and we can easily seize some land and get rid of the negative penalties there. Groovy. Let's see how much money we make next thing. Now, no, I don't want to click the button just yet. I'm very close to wanting to reform the Subudovnik here. That's the right one, right? Yes. But not before we haven't caught the new land. Because right now we're sitting on a autonomy floor of 90% in these places, which can't be reduced. Once the coring is in, you can actually reduce it. And we get the real numbers to work on. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Corruption, yeah. We have to be careful with the spending of corruption. Let's see how next month goes. There goes that thing. Quick check on the diplomacy. Probably not a lot of people who want to be my ally right now, because we did just generate a bit of expansion. But I feel like sheeple? Yes. All these sheeple around here. People should get closer to wanting to ally me soon. Because I'm a lot more powerful now. You're kind-hearted. How very nice. You really don't want to anymore. What's going on? Neutral, my army. Well, my army is currently a bit busted. I'll admit it. You can't. And you... Army strength is sad. But it will recover. It will be fine. So let's not do that anymore. Let's wait on that. Let's not take admin tech because I want the institution first. I wouldn't mind paying the Danes for it. Okay, money is coming in. That's very excellent. Not just excellent, it's very excellent. Now, I'm not currently paying my army, and I really do want to. Because I need the unrest reduction. So once my troops have arrived around here, I will step up my payments again. Sad, but it is what it is. We can pick a new rival. It's Denmark or the Great Horde, though. I don't want to rival the Great Horde. They do not want to ally me anymore. They're allied to Timmy. And have a bunch of tributaries, of course. Well, not a bunch, actually not a lot. Now, the upside of rivaling them is that I get another rival. And therefore, I get more power protection. It's awesome. It will cost me a rival slot that could otherwise be used on Muscovy. Maybe. But I feel like we're gonna eclipse either the Livonians or Novgorod or both very soon. So yeah, I don't think I mind so much. Let's grab the Great Horde here. Now, we're not particularly powerful right now to defend ourselves, but the Danes are still around. And unless they got beaten heavily, I don't think they took that many losses in this war. Is this score comparison? Yes. Allies. They did take extra loans again. Feels like 2 loans to me. Essentially the 2 loans we paid off for them. Which is not so bad. They probably would not defend me right now. But hopefully soon. Now that extra rival should also be embargoed. For the sweet extra point of power protection. And I think we're paying for some edict in Tver, which we shouldn't be doing. If we pay for anything here, it's protect trade. I'm feeling that that's not helpful. It's not even a cent of trade. No. Let's just not pay. Even though it's half price, but let's not do it. We did not get any extra H stuff here, of course. And yes, I wanted to have a quick look at our missions, which I can never find. This. I did level 3 fort in Tver. Okay. And then conquer the whole Moscow area. So we did conquer Moscow, but not the whole Moscow area. So this would not be complete, even if we had done this. Same for Novgorod, I believe. Unite the... What do we get for this stuff? Bunch of claims. That's very nice, of course. This also gives me... Ooh, powerful. Yeah, we're gonna have to build a fort in Tver at some point. Do certainly want to go down here. And then Unite Russia is great. We do need to own a bunch of stuff for that, so no. This one, we need 2 stability, 3 states, and 5 striltzy. And we gain some claims and power. And we get claims down there. I don't think we're going there. Global dominance, not for now, and this not for now. So probably the only tree part that really matters to us is this, until we become Russia. And then everything else changes. Changes everything. Now, can I pay my army? I mean, I can. Sure. Can even pay it in full. And put some boots down here. Question is, if I extend my reach here, it only gives me slightly increased unrest. Wait, you have 9.8? If I suppress you, everybody has 9.8? So I really should not go there, is what you're saying. Yeah. Just costs me whatever suppression I have down here. That does not seem smart. Not SMRD, certainly. Using my diplomats though. I'm still supporting air in Poland for reasons. When I should really be looking for allies, but nothing really jumped out to me. And like QQ, how big is QQ even this time around? Well, they're kind of powerful. But the issue with QQ is always that it's Ottoman... Mushash and Mashrik. Interesting. Surprised to see Mushasha down there. I think. Seems unnormal. Maybe QQ is somebody we could work on. Wouldn't mind having another friend. These Danes are... They have shown to be useful. But also, they didn't seem all that reliable. If you have to pay your friends to help you, then there's probably something going wrong here. Danes rival Muscovy, that's very good. That should give me... Well, should make them like me more. And it should... Or at least keep the alliance up. And it should put them into a spot where they're more likely to respond to aggression, I think. I think that's how that works. How about Mary? Yes, can come in, sure. Peshkov! Aw! Aw, poor Peshkov. No. Marriages. The other alliances. Nobody currently wants... Well, I don't have a guy. Also, nobody wants to marry me. Can't marry those vassals. If I had a diplomat, I think this would be sorted and showing only the ones that are actually able to do anything here. Not all these who are not allowed. But apparently nobody wants to marry me at this point. Fine. Fine. Ooh, what an excellent minister. Gain government reform progress, prestige, admin power, or 100 mil power. And some tradition. I don't know what the exchange rate is really between... Well, there's no exchange rate, but the virtual exchange rate between government reform progress and monarch points. I guess it depends on how good the government reforms are you'll be getting. Centralized bureaucracy would be very neat. I'd like to have that. But 15 is also... Well, it's 10%, I guess, of the progress we need. Free admin policy is nice. I don't know if we're going to go that deep. Let's just that 100 military power is also a lot. We actually have a lot of admin right now and not a lot of mill. We don't really need the prestige. And I like having army tradition. Let's reap those military benefits, I think. Not 100% sure though. Farm progress is a fickle beastie. I forgot what this is modified by. Average local autonomy, right, so it's not going to be great right now. I could have an heir, a very good heir. They are Rurikovich, and I just lose 10 prestige, but the weak claim is something I greatly dislike. We're very young, right? We don't need to worry. Let's not worry. Didn't I pick up a half price something nice? Yeah, I think I did, but I think it was an admin person, right? Yeah, inflation reduction. I'd love that. But I currently have the national unrest guy, and I definitely do want to keep that going. Also, we don't have any money, so there's that. I was thinking about something, national unrest, inflation, right. Yeah, we don't have much of inflation because we did buy it down for precious admin points, but money is quite a relevant resource, it feels, this run. So I'm not sure I'm happy to have done that, even though I did have to spend all that admin. Down goes influence, that's good. We did complete you, we did do you. If I had more crown land, but the thing that just happened earlier was a bit of a problem, then I wouldn't mind giving some privilege to like the clergy for more monarch points. But we have to wait. And we can wait, right? Are we married to anybody at all? To the Danes. And just the Danes, nothing but the Danes. Why does nobody want to marry me? I know a lot of people can't. And I guess like Poland will be... Ooh. You grew. My, Poland. How about an alliance though? He's even kind-hearted. And he likes me, well. If they didn't have the too many diplo relations or they flipped too friendly, then things would be good. But they haven't. And they didn't. Come on, where's my stuff? I wonder actually, Well, we're not reinforcing very quickly anyway, so maybe it's fine. I wonder if I should consolidate out a bunch of these people. Because I can raise Streltsy. I gain 3 Streltsy regiments. I have room for them. I'm gonna fully consolidate my regiments here. Putting me to 9 and 1, so we're almost not reinforcing anymore. And then I'm gonna raise some Streltsy. I forget what the amount of Streltsy I get is modified by. I don't know. But I'm gonna click the button. And it will increase our stability costs, but we'll have some nice Streltsy here. So we're losing money now? What happened? I guess I have a bigger army to pay for. Have to be quite careful here. I don't want to go into debt, so I have to be careful. I would stop paying for these forts, and in fact here we are at 0 devastation. In Ryazan and Vladimir, so that's fine already, and Muscovy is almost done. I could let the rest drop down naturally and not pay. And I think that's fine. And you're not done yet, okay. We have to remember to raise them again if and when separatists come. Friesland returned unlawful territory. Why would you do that? Right. Because we had a big, painful war, we get this event. Could get a lot less tax, a lot less manpower, or 2 national unrest extra. Obviously, all of these are bad. Now, taxes are, well, a large chunk of what we have right now. How much would that be again? The math is hard to do, but we only have 20% bonus, so we're getting like, what, 3.5? 10% of that would be 0.35, no, like 3. Yeah, we have like 3-ish base tax. 15% of which would be 0.45. That's a lot of money for a long time, right? Yeah, 15 years. I wonder if I have to take the E unrest. I really would like to avoid all these rebels. Now, this is causing how much unrest? 3.15. War exhaustion is already gone. So even when we have completed our coring, we'll still have a bunch of unrest going around in places like Moscow. And adding 2 to that is pretty bad. But a 20% drop in manpower. It's not only max manpower, that would not be a problem, but it's also manpower recovery. But I don't have any money, right? This is a bit of a... I think it has to be money. Really don't want rebels. Now, unless we say we can't avoid rebels anyway. If saying that, then we might as well take the national unrest. I don't want to be saying that. Gonna hit tax. It's rough. But rebels would cost us more. Rebels would cost us both manpower and money. And that's just not acceptable. 2.51 ducats in fort maintenance. I'm gonna turn off Peshkov now. We're at only 4.34% devastation. Which doesn't really do much to hurt us. The one thing that really matters is the goods produced one. And they have a horrible trade good. So I think I'm okay letting the rest tick down naturally here. Let's not pay for this fort. We could consider cutting down another fort. Like the one in Peshkov is not doing tons. Yes, protecting Lucky. Mostly from rebels, because I'm not extremely afraid from attacks from the west. Off attacks. Fort attacks. I'm not afraid. That's what I'm trying to say. Perm would marry me, but they can't. I think once this guy comes back from QQ, when he's done there, I'm going to... Oh, there's no chance here anymore. I'm going to bring the guy back from Poland. This is a fool's errand. I mean, it has always been a fool's errand, but it's getting even worse now. So now I have a diplomat free to actually check these things out. Yeah, now the list is sorted by people who could actually accept, but won't. Stettin... Seems like they could be convinced to marry me. I've never seen Stettin on the map, I don't think. I don't think I've ever seen Stettin on the map. It's Danzig. Where's Stettin? Must be around here. There you are. Have I seen you around? I feel like I haven't. They don't like me, so let's talk to them so they marry me. The reason I want to marry them is this. So we don't actually need to marry them. Fine. We have a new heir, Michael, who has very good stats. One admin is weak, obviously, but the sum of stats is good. 10 is nice. So take that, and Queen Victoria here is a decent queen. To everlasting friendship, we lose missionary strength. And autonomy change in Novgorod. Which is probably okay. You shouldn't be super autonomous. Ah, you're pretty autonomous actually. It should be 0, yeah. Peace gives us -10, but the fact that that my wife now comes from there gives them +10. I'm gonna wait. We're almost done with, well, we're certainly done with the episode, but I wanted to wait for the cores to come in, so we don't forget to press this button here. Reform the Sudebnik. Sudebnik. -10 autonomy. It's gonna be awesome for a bunch of things. And good. Unrest is not looking horrible. Maybe I could have taken the 2 unrest, but it seemed risky, so I didn't do it. And we're gonna have to make states and stuff, but we're gonna do that next episode. Thank you folks so much for watching. This was quite successful. I've not gotten very far east yet, but that's gonna come. That's gonna come. Thank you folks for watching. See you next time. Also, you know the drill. Liking, subscribing, watching my other videos. All the things. Just do it, alright? And you know, if you've watched all my videos, just watch them again or something. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.